Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome all our passengers, Sheba Miles Platinum and Star Alliance Gold members aboard Ethiopian Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
Hey, this is Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Good morning from Toronto, Pearson International Airport. Yes, I'm actually back here. So I was here a few days ago, but I'm back here for transit this time here, taking Ethiopian Airlines onwards to Addis Ababa, then continuing on to Johannesburg. So I'm super excited because I've never really taken Ethiopian Airlines before. It's going to be my first time, so I'm going to vlog it for you. And hopefully I have time to check out its lounge in Addis Ababa, because that's actually the hub of Ethiopian Airlines. So I think the lounge should be really, really awesome. But I only have a 90 minutes connection time there. So hopefully I can actually vlog that for you, have enough time to actually check out the lounge there. But the good thing is, you know, if you actually transit through Ethiopia, if you have to do more than a 12 hours transit, then you have to be vaccinated for yellow fever. That's the rule, but anything less than 12 hours, you don't need to. So fortunately mine is less than 12 hours, because I mean, this is the 90 minutes connection, because I wasn't aware of that rule until I check in, you know, at Air Canada counter at JFK, and they stopped me because there's some system error, and they stopped me and say I need a vaccination, which I clearly didn't, because my connection or transit in Addis Ababa is only like 90 minutes, so less than 12 hours, you don't need to. So anyway, so I'm here at Toronto International Pearson Airport. So we're gonna do the Air Canada lounge before I board my flight to Addis Ababa. Then hopefully I have time in Addis Ababa to do the lounge there before we continue on to Johannesburg. And that's actually not my final destination, because I'm gonna take a short flight on Airline, SA Airline, to Windhoek. I think that's how you pronounce it, Namibia. So come on this journey with me. I'm super excited. I think I've kind of explored the other continents, and Africa is still the one that I need to work on, because after all, there are like 55, 56 countries in the African continent. So I'm slowly conquering the beautiful African continent as well. So come go on limb with me, and we will explore and ride on Ethiopian Airlines together. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Thank you. So the Air Canada lounge at Toronto Pearson Airport is a pretty decent lounge. I mean, when you walk in, it's really spacious. There are a lot of seating areas with different seating configuration, from work desk to lounge chair to typical couches, and there's plenty of room, I have to say. And when I was here, it was still early, so it was not as crowded. And the breakfast area, or the buffet area, served breakfast dishes from yogurt to eggs to pancakes and waffles, as well as scrambled eggs and bacon and the typical breakfast items that you have. There is no make-to-order omelette station, however. So pretty soon we were boarding, and the boarding gate was not very packed, and boarding was actually conducted quite orderly, I have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome all our passengers, Sheba Miles Platinum and Star Alliance Gold members aboard Ethiopian Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
So in its Airbus A350-900, there are 30 Cloud 9 seats. This is the new configuration with 318 economy seats. I was seated in 2L, and my seat had a width of 20 inches. Upon boarding, there is a blanket. The footwell is actually pretty decent size, I have to say. Can stick my both feet in and wiggle it around. The storage on the side, a side reading light that did not appear to work, and also there's a side storage, and in it you actually, interestingly, you find a vanity mirror to make sure you look your best, and the remote control is actually inside the storage, which is rather interesting. There's also a place here to juice up your device underneath the storage. Not easy to reach, if you ask me. The seat controls on the left of the seat. There's a decent sized TV screen with noise cancellation headset. There's also an amenity bag filled with your standard amenity items like your toothbrush, your comb, your eye shade, your socks, and all the great stuff to give you a comfortable flight. Orange juice was also served. This is a pre-departure drink. And I have to say, when it comes to privacy, the seat itself, it's okay. I mean, although I can see my neighbor's laptop. So Ethiopian Airlines is promoting its tourism industry, or the tourism industry of Ethiopia, by featuring the many beautiful sites that its passengers can visit during the stopover in Addis Ababa. But in fact, the airline actually offers free hotel and meals, I believe, at a stopover. So passengers definitely can look into that. I didn't actually stop over on this trip. I just did a connection, but I would do it next time because there are many beautiful places to visit in Ethiopia.
ሁልጊዜም ለመንገደኞቹ ቅድሚያ የሚሰጥ የኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ የዚህን አውሮፕላን የደህንነት መመሪያዎች አሁን ያቀርብላቸዋል። መመሪያዎቹ ከዚህ ቀደም በራችሁ ከምታውቋቸው አውሮፕላኖች የተለዩ ሊሆኑ ስለሚችሉ በጥሞና ተከታተሉ ዘንድ በትህትና እንጠይቃለን።
This is great in-flight safety video showing the safety as well as the hospitality of the airline. Speaking of hospitality, the food menu was handed out, and it's never short on food is what my impression is. It has starters, it has local national dishes filled with different kinds of stew, looks delicious. Main dish of several choices, bread selection, as well as dessert. Also, when it comes to mid-flight snacks, there's a couple of canapes, the non-vegetarian one and the vegetarian choice, as well as your breakfast pre-arrival meal that has pretty good choices as well. Now, of course, we're talking about Ethiopia and they're known for their coffee, so there's a page dedicated to the introduction of its coffee, as well as other non-alcoholic beverages. They also have a few bottles of good wine served on board as well, and some aperitif and spirits and beer with the alcoholic choices. Now, the tray table itself is actually pretty big and easy to deploy, which is great because there's going to be a lot of food coming. So we need a really good tray table to support them. So our flight today would take us via the Atlantic route over to Western Europe before hitting the African continent and arriving at Addis Ababa. The in-flight selection choices, like I said, are pretty decent. There's also in-flight Wi-Fi with pretty good rates. Although with business class passenger, you actually get it for free. So brunch was promptly served after takeoff by the friendly attendant. We had some salad, some garlic bread, and some ham, interestingly. And the local Ethiopian dishes were served. And these were the different stews that you can actually select, from mutton to chicken to vegetarian. And it's actually served with the famous Ethiopian bread, which is the tough bread called injera. Injera is made with teff, which is a grass crop that is native to Ethiopia and is actually free of common allergens, interestingly. So this was the one I had with chicken stew, as well as a vegetarian stew made with spinach. It's really delicious because it's super spicy and I love spicy. After that dish, I had the chicken breast with pasta, which is alright. I mean, I think the peppers were great. Chicken itself is a bit rubbery and I didn't quite like it. The dessert was really good. It was a tart with coconut and some chocolate flakes, and it was delicious. A perfect way to end the meal. And of course, I had to have some Ethiopia coffee because they're all about their coffee, and it was really delicious. After the meal, it's time to turn my seat into a full flat bed and sleep for a few hours, and I did. Slept for about 6 hours, and when I woke up, I was somewhere over the Western Europe region, and of course I was a bit hungry, and I ordered the non-vegetarian canapé, which was decent. I wouldn't call it like super tasty, but it was really, it hit the spot. Of course, I had to put on the mask because the guy behind me just kept coughing non-stop for the last 4 or 5 hours. Before we knew it, we were just about 2 hours before landing at Addis Ababa. Basically it was morning time, and we were ready for breakfast. So the flight attendant promptly served us breakfast. Again, the service was really good. So these were the standard breakfast dishes with pastries, with egg. Interestingly, they threw in some broccoli. There's some cornflakes. Of course, the Ethiopian coffee was a must. And we had a view of Addis Ababa as we were approaching the airport. So here we are, landed at Africa's third busiest airport after Cairo and Johannesburg. Hey, so guys, I just got off the flight 553 or 553 from Toronto to here. I'm in Addis Ababa. And this airport is actually quite chaotic, I have to say, especially with the security. But anyways, the flight was an amazing flight. The crew was super friendly. Food, I think, was really good, and the seats are comfortable. So I made for a good 12.5 hours flight over to Addis Ababa. I now have 30 minutes to relax before I board my flight 809 to Johannesburg, which is around here. So we're gonna go check out the lounge real quick. Boy, this has been some chaotic experience here, at least in the connection airport.
So there are two lounges located side by side. The first one is for the Star Alliance Gold or Sheba Club Platinum members, and there's also a business class lounge, which is actually better than the Star Alliance Gold one. So I went with the business class lounge. Upon entering, you see a traditional coffee station. You see sitting areas on the right. There's also an introduction of many different areas that you can use in this lounge. Yeah, it's actually a really big lounge. There is a spa area that no attendant was working at the time of my visit. If you keep walking forward or ahead, you see on the right there is actually a bar area as well, filled with people. I mean, this is like 8:30 in the morning, and of course, people. There's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so there's always a reason to drink. There's also a sitting area on the left-hand side, as well as a shower facility on the right. Once you have reached the main area, you'll see a buffet section on the right-hand side of you, and right in front of you, there are plenty of sitting areas for you to relax. All kinds of sitting arrangement as well. So when it comes to food, there's salad, there is cheese or different kinds of cheeses, fruits, injera bread, which is the most popular thing here in Addis Ababa or Ethiopia. Of course, they'll serve it along with different kinds of stew, chickpeas-based curry. You have your pancakes, because this is actually breakfast, potatoes and rice. There is also a different kind of cheese baked casserole, I have to say, and pastry items. So took a couple of things to eat. It's pretty decent, I have to say. And of course, the airport is right next to the city center, so it has a great view of that. Before we knew it, I only had 30 minutes to spare, so went to the boarding gate, boarding my flight to Johannesburg. And this is again another Airbus A350-900, but with older seating configuration. like the plane with the new seating configuration, there are 30 Cloud 9 seats. Interestingly, even though these are 2 by 2 by 2, it's still the same number of seats as the new configuration of 1 to 1. So the seat itself has a width of 20 inches like the newer seat and can fit up to someone with a height of about 6'5". The TV monitor is pretty big. It's touchscreen with a side remote control as well. There's also a side reading light. The thing about this seat, and I have to say, is that there's not a lot of storage. There's a place to juice up your device, the seat control, but not too much storage, I have to say. So the tray table is easy to deploy, and this one, honestly, I think it's bigger than the newer business class seats. And the footwell, it's pretty decent size as well. So of course, there's a place for you to actually lower your armrest to give yourself more room to wiggle your legs. There is also an amenity pack, which is the same as the last one. The entertainment system is the same, exactly like the flight coming over from Toronto. And there is a side remote control as well. If you don't want to do touchscreen, you can actually use the remote to control what you want to see. So the menu itself, pretty decent. There's only one meal served here on this flight. So there is a starter, there's salad, there is the Ethiopian local cuisine as well with injera bread, different kinds of entrees, bread selection, and dessert. So for the food, we actually started off with salads with a kind of like a seafood tartare, which is really good. The chicken curry itself is, I think, pretty decent. The dessert that with fruit was actually really good as well. So lay down for a couple of hours just to rest, and before we knew it, we were about an hour away from landing in Johannesburg.
Hey guys, I'm finally here at my hotel in Johannesburg, but I just want to say something about my flight experience on Ethiopian Airline. I think overall it's an amazing airline with a lot of potential. First of all, the hardware, the seats were comfortable. From Toronto over to Addis Ababa, my seat were the newer seat. We're still on the Airbus A350-900, which is their newest fleet, I believe. So the seat was really comfortable. The service, I say, top notch. I mean, the cabin crew worked really hard. I mean, they were really pleasant, always delivering service with a smile. I think the food was pretty good, especially the Ethiopian dishes. There were a lot of food for sure. So overall, that sector was great. Connection in Addis Ababa is a bit chaotic, I have to say, especially with security. The lounge was packed with people. It was a pretty decent lounge, and the connecting flight from Addis Ababa to Johannesburg was really good as well. Again, the cabin crew was top-notch, working really hard to deliver service with a smile. Food, I think, was really good. Again, with the Ethiopian dishes, they were fantastic. And it was still an Airbus A350-900 aircraft. The seat, though, it was an older seat, still lie flat. It was a 2-to-2 configuration. So overall, I think I had a great experience with Ethiopian Airlines. I've never done it before. It was my first time, and I'm glad I did it because it was definitely worth the experience.